To discuss this year's men's and women's basketball team, we'll send it to Blitz's Mark Menner and our group of basketball analysts. Mark?
All right, well, thanks, Corey. We're talking some basketball. We decided to bring in our senior analysts. We have Doug Fredback, Tyler Stock, and Josh Littlejohn. And Doug, I want to start with you, and I want to talk about the men's basketball team. A lot of new freshmen because they graduated a lot of seniors. What can we expect from that class?
Yeah, no seniors on the active roster and 6 freshmen. I'm really looking forward to seeing Shelvin Mack play. He's from Kentucky, originally committed to Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. Their coach left. We're lucky enough to have him here. He's going to be playing at Hinkle Fieldhouse this season. So he's number 1. Definitely be on the lookout for him. And also got a couple shooters. Gordon Hayward, he can shoot the 3 ball. I think he's really going to be scoring a lot of points for us this season, as well as Chase Stiggle, number 33. That Newcastle pipeline is still going strong. Zach Hahn last year, Chase this year. So I think we're young, but we're talented.
Yeah, I just like the fact that we're getting like a bigger presence down low. Like we're getting some size, which we were lacking last year especially. And between Gordon at 6'8", Garrett Butcher 6'7", I mean we have some pretty tall guys. So like down low we'll have a better and bigger presence.
But I want to know who's going to shoot the 3 ball. Butler fans come in knowing that we shoot the 3 ball. Everybody around the nation knows that we shoot the 3 ball. Who's going to fill those shoes? Who's going to shoot like A.J. Graves did? Who's going to shoot like Pete Campbell did? We don't have those guys, and in the exhibition game, that was kind of struggling. Our shooting was struggling, and you know those Butler fans want somebody to shoot the 3 ball.
You make a good point there, Tyler. And Tyler, I want to ask you, schedule came out a little while ago. We look ahead. We got Cleveland State, Ohio State, Xavier, UAB. A lot of big names on the schedule. What are you looking out for?
Hey, right off the bat, we got Drake. Can't overlook that. I mean, we played them last year in the bracket buster game, and they put it right to us on our home court, and you know that's going to leave a bad taste in the mouth. We got a lot of freshmen who it's going to be their first college game, and they're going to be a little nervous, so don't be afraid if we get down early. But if we can play right with them, even if we can win, that would be unbelievable to start the season. But if we can just play with them and learn and kind of get rid of the nerves and get used to the new speed, new style of college basketball, I think we'll be all right. After that, you go into December a little bit, you got Ohio State, you got at Xavier, you got UAB at home. I mean, we got a pretty tough season before conference, but it's going to get those guys ready. And by conference season comes around, they won't be freshmen anymore. They'll be sophomores, and see where they take us.
That's right.
It's definitely going to be a good non-conference schedule. It's going to get them prepared for the conference, and obviously we can't overlook the Cleveland State game. They're number 1 in the preseason polls. It's going to be a hard-fought battle. They're returning like all starters. They got big stars coming back there, so it's going to be a fight. But I think they're going to be well prepared with this good off-season schedule.
Hey, I think we can split at Cleveland. I think we can split with Cleveland State. You know, don't be afraid or don't be scared of those guys. I think that when they come into Hinkle Fieldhouse, they're going to have a battle on their hands. And
definitely.
That's a big national game, too. Doug, I want to ask you, you know, last year the team had so much success. They went deep, they went into March Madness. Can this team get back? They're a young team. They haven't had that experience. Can they get back?
I think so. You know, Brad Stevens, coach, is coming into his 2nd season here. He's got one under his belt. And with the presence of Matt Howard down low, I think you can't underestimate him. He's shooting 58% from the field last year, 78% from the line. Yeah. So if he's in the ball game, we have a good shot. The other thing about the Bulldogs is we don't turn the ball over. We led the Horizon League in the turnover ratio per game, and we make the extra pass. We're a patient team. We like that extra pass. We work the ball around. So if we can run our offense the way we want to do it and run it through Matt Howard, I think we can avenge the disappointing overtime loss to Tennessee that happened last March. And I see this team really surprising people this year.
Yeah. You know, some may say it might be a rebuilding year, but like a fun fact I want to share is Butler has been to the NCAA tournament 4 times in this decade with 4 different head coaches. So, you know, that just proves that they know how to deal with the transition of, you know, incoming new people. So they're going to be able to deal with that transition well, I think, especially as the season goes on. They start playing together more and more. Like, I think the chemistry is going to be there.
I think the key is to keep Matt Howard on the floor. If he gets in foul trouble, it's going to be tough for us. But I think if we can keep him on the floor, we can find some freshmen to step up and hit some shots and take care of the ball. I like this team. I think that, like you guys said, people are going to underestimate them, and we'll see where they're going to take us.
Well, with Brad Stevens at the helm, anything's possible, as we all know. So,
definitely.
Tyler, I want to talk about women's basketball now. They're led by 2 players, Lade Akande and Susan Lester. They're just great athletes. Tell me a little more about that.
Oh, Lade, Akande, she's an animal. She's been playing. I mean, literally, guys, she's an animal down low. She's on the boards all night. She's not afraid to take it at people. She's going to be mixing it up for the Bulldogs. People in the conference, they know about her. She's been around for a while. She's played all 4 years. She's, I believe, 7th in points total for her career with over 1,300 points.
Yeah.
People know about Lade, and she's going to be tough. And I don't know, I wouldn't want to go against her down low.
And I think Susan Lester, she just kind of like seals the deal too, because she's a very versatile player, not just down low, but with the 3-ball as well. Like she's a good complement to Lade, and I think it's just a great presence down low.
I mean, returning 5 starters for any team is what you want to see. I mean, not losing anyone, returning 90% of their scoring and rebounding. This team is deep. You know, we talked about the post players, but Candace Jones, Candace Brown out on the perimeter. Candace Jones can run an offense. She's proven that. She was 4th last year in the Horizon League with assists, and Candace Brown is a lockdown defender. So I think we're a deep team, and looking for success here. Avenging the quarterfinal loss in the Horizon League tournament last year. Yeah. I think this team's ready to play.
That was a tough loss last year, and now they start out with Ohio State at Ohio State. I don't know how it gets tougher than that. Doug, what are you looking for on their schedule?
You know, being the mid-major we are, it's important to play a tough non-conference schedule that gets you ready for Horizon League play, which we all know how important it is to come away with the Horizon League championship. So, starting at Ohio State is definitely a tall task, but I think the Lady Bulldogs have a chance here. I'm also looking forward to the University of New Mexico tournament. We know the men's team has won the Great Alaska Shootout last year, the preseason NIT the year before that. So circle that. If the women can go out there, out west, and come away with a win, I think that's a great confidence booster for them, and I think that'll jumpstart the season.
Now, Tyler, real quick, I just want to ask, what is the key, 10 words or less, what's the key to their season?
I think inside, outside. I think you got Candace Jones and Candace Brown outside. You got Lade down low. If we can get them hitting on the outside and then feeding down the post to Lade, I like our shot.
All right, well, thank you guys for all your analysis. I'm sure we'll revisit this in the later shows.
Thank you.
Corey, that's all for now. Let's get it back to you.
Thanks, Mark. When we come back, we'll talk about one Butler team who has already claimed a Horizon League championship, and we'll tell you about 2 teams who hope to do the same. Stay right here on the Bulldog Blitz.